yourself and you get made fun of for it. And that's the beauty of this.
You share that little piece of yourself, and then your closest and dearest friends tear you down about it, beat you up, and kick you while you're down.
Exactly. It's like real life, Chris.
Exactly. No, yeah, I have no problem with that. No, last week was what the whole thing was at the end of the show. I felt as if the show didn't move where it was supposed to move, and I felt like it didn't. I contributed to that, but when I wasn't there to move it forward, I felt like no one else did either. So basically what it is every one of us failed last week, but because I was the one that started yelling about it, I somehow became like innocent of it, even though I was just as guilty as everybody else.
Okay, so if you were to give letter grades for everyone's performance last week.
Okay.
Brian.
Keep flaming it, Vito.
If I gave a letter grade for last week on Brian, I'd give him a C, a solid C.
Okay. What about Keith?
I would give Keith a solid C.
What about Freddie?
I would give Freddie a solid C.
And Keith, what would you give Chris?
I always give Chris an A for his 150%.
I think no, but if you continue it, I give myself a solid C.
Right.
That's what last week's show was. It wasn't.
You want to give me a D? I didn't come with a costume. I came with a few sounds.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm kind of bummed that
I didn't have my Halloween game.
C minus.
Screw that. I'm bummed that I get a C. I'm bummed at that. You bummed me out.
I think all of us got a C for last week because
Vito's right. You're grading on a curve. So if I suck, sorry, buddy.
This is the whole gist behind what I'm trying to say, and I'm trying to understand that as a show, we did not perform last week, and it felt like we didn't perform. And again, when you listen to it after the fact, it wasn't so bad.
Who are you bummed at most? Just be honest. Who are you bummed at most after the show?
Honestly, I'll tell you 100%. Swear to God, I got so livid about the fact that Keith wouldn't drink the Clamato. That made me so mad. And I don't know why, because it really didn't take away that much from the show. It was just more of like a thing in my head, like, wow, he's really not willing to do this for us. And that's what it became in my head, because it wasn't like it took away from the show or would have added so much to the show. It was like, wow, he's really not willing to take that step for us right now. And I understand he's a dude that's got food problems.
Maybe it was the fact that I brought that out. Maybe it was the fact that I said, yeah, I know, because I'm sure this is going to take away so much from the show. Because me gagging is going to be great radio.
I don't understand what you mean.
That's what I said to you last week. Oh, I see. You're buying time.
I got to say, Vanessa gets an A, though, for her appearance last week.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But as part of the show, a solid C for Vanessa.
Absolutely.
I can't eat ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, meatloaf, ham, beans, vinegar, bologna, mushrooms, broccoli, food. I can't eat food. I can't eat food. I can't eat. If not for pizza and plain cheeseburgers, I'd starve to death. I am a monster.
And the truth of the matter is, missing from that song is Clamato flavored beer that needs to be added to this. Yeah, and again, as far as what it would have done or not done for the show, it wasn't a big deal. But it just made me so mad that he wouldn't take that step. And it's. This
is my opinion. I think those meetings should be recorded. I bet all of our all 7 of our fans.
I was going to say, take that teen right off.
7 of our fans would like to hear it recorded. And I'm just gonna go pull it out there. Throw it out there.
You wait to see how this meeting goes today. Why, yes, gentlemen, I think you've done a fine job. Thank you very much. The whole
Vito, could you leave the room?
The whole investigative reporter style of it is why it's great. The fact that it's the hidden cam in Keith's pants.
I mean, it doesn't have to be directly on mic, like we're talking on mic. It could just be one thing, recording the room,
but I know that microphone is in the room then.
You always know that there's somebody recording in that pocket every time
I swear to Christ, I challenged Keith, said, hey, record it. And he said, no, I'm not going to. And I thought it wasn't being recorded last week. When he told me about Wednesday night, about what we're going to do for the show this week and stuff, like when we had a little, impromptu little show meeting, whatever, he mentioned, oh, by the way, and I got some good recordings of you from something. I'm like, oh, crap, you really recorded that? I swear to God, I did not know it was recorded.
Well, okay, so to surmise, Chris is a douche.
Yeah.
Everyone else is C's.
No,
But President Bush was a C, so we still got a.
I'm a C too. We're all C's. And by the way, Vanessa does not get a C for last week. Vanessa gets bonus extra credit because she wasn't expected to be here last week, so she just gets like an extra answer on the test.
Yeah,
No, but Vanessa got an A. But Vanessa, as part of the show, got a C. Because she was dragged down by us. Although, can a C drag an A down to a C?
Come here, drag my C down.
A C and an A walk into a bar.
What happens?
D-I-C.
Oh,
How old are
K?
A little uncomfortable with this whole.
well, you know what? I feel sorry for you, Chris. I feel sorry for you, dog.
Oh boy, where's
C
this going?
dog.
What's going on now? Why do you feel sorry about?
No, I mean, it wasn't all your fault. I'm sure there was some. I mean, it was alcohol, driven. You didn't really mean it. I don't think you really meant it.
I was. It was in a bad way, and I said some things. Hey, I'm sorry to all you guys about the insulting things I said. And again, like I said, you guys, you all were solid C students. You would have passed. You would have gotten through the semester. There would have been no problems. Everyone except for Vanessa. Like I said, Vanessa would have got a little bonus credit. Hey Donna, I heard that you got an 82 on a test, but then you got 10 bonus points from a jerk named Chris. Where's your report? Vanessa, what's going on, buddy?
I'm here with A+ material.
Excellent. What's going on?
Well, the results of an extensive global study by the World Cancer Research Fund and the American Cancer Institute are in. And while not shocking to anyone who's been paying any sort of attention at all to the subject of diet and human anatomy, these results may sadden a large portion of the Best in Show staff and audience. You simply cannot eat bacon and expect to be healthy. The International Panel of Experts reviewed more than 7,000 large-scale studies and spent 5 years developing a report that proved red meat specifically to have an even larger impact than experts anticipated. The report includes a 9-point plan to follow for cancer prevention, which includes the seemingly intuitive suggestions to get regular exercise and lose weight, but also emphasizes that processed meats should be banished from your diet completely. To lower your risk of colon and rectal cancer specifically, your total weekly intake of red meat should not exceed 18 ounces and should not include any bacon, sausage, or lunch meats at all. No amount of processed meat product is considered safe due to carcinogens, which have been linked to smoked meat and the nitrates and excess salt in processed meat. Every 1.7-ounce serving of processed meat consumed per day increases your chances of colorectal cancer by 21%. To put that in perspective, one Burger King Whopper is 10 ounces of nitrate-rich, high-fat, nutrition-free cancer chow. To add insult to injury, the study also concluded that adults should look to decrease their alcohol intake and their waistlines. The suggested BMI is 21 to 23. For a healthy 6-foot-tall male, that's 162 pounds. Fat in the human body is not just an inert blob we carry around lowering our self-esteem and increasing our desire for elastic waistbands. It is a metabolically active tissue that produces substances in the body that promote the development of cancer. As for alcohol, this increasingly depressing study insists 2 drinks per day tops for men and only 1 for women. Sitting your 200-plus pound body in front of the television with a summer sausage and a six-pack on a regular basis is simply begging for rectal cancer. Additional demerits if you do not consume the suggested 5 servings per day of actual food, as in mostly plants. Let's repeat. Vegetables are food. Pepperoni is not. French fries do not count as a vegetable. So in the interest of providing quality radio entertainment well into our golden years, I'd like to encourage the staff of Best in Show to make a pact right here and now. Since there's obviously no chance that any of us are going to stop drinking, we, and by this I really mean you because my multiple decades of vegetarianism put me in the clear, need to swear off processed meats forever. From today on, no bacon, no sausage, no hot dogs, no lunch meats. Who's with me? Concerned about the state of your colons, I'm Vanessa Cheatwood.
I wish we had the cricket sound effect.
I already fried up like a pound of bacon this morning.
Ironically, if you did listen back to last week's show and the week before, for the past 2 weeks, I have been, well, first of all, by the way, Vanessa, fantastic report as always. But for the past 2 weeks, I've been lamenting on the show a lot, pretty